If I told you that my next focus on the program was going to be a groundbreaking technology that's called the cyber thingy, what would you say? That's exactly right. It's the cyber thingy. This stock was brought to my attention. You know, we do a segment here called Small Caps for People Too. In fact, we had Steve Forbes on last week, and we had when I interviewed, oh my gosh, it was Larry Ellison a while ago. Was asking me because he knew that I like to dip my toe in the water of small cap stocks. And I told him why. I said because you have access to the CEOs. You can actually talk to the people. You know, you don't have to have a radio television program to actually talk to these guys. I mean, the only reason I get to spend time with Steve Forbes or Larry Ellison or Michael Dell or any of these guys is because I've got the platform to do it. Joe Sixpack Investor, though, can get into the head of management of small cap companies. One of the reasons why we do a segment called Small Caps for People Too. Today's company we're going to feature them for the next few months is Cyber Kiosk Solutions. Cyber Kiosk Solutions. Their stock symbol is CYBK. It is they provide internet-based multifunctional kiosks. But before I get into it, I want to bring on Oren Manelis. He's the Chief Operating Officer at cyber-thingy.com. Oren, welcome to the program, brother. How you doing?
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So, Oren, do me a favor. For our listeners and our viewers and, of course, our military audience on the American Forces Network in 175 countries and all the ships at sea, what the heck is a cyber thingy? What are you guys doing over there?
The cyber thingy is basically a little robot that's going to help you take care of any prepaid or any type of financial transaction you need to do when you can't do it from your house or you can't do it from your phone or you don't feel comfortable doing it. So we're placing machines, kiosk-type machines that look kind of like real cool arcade games with our cyber thingy logo on them. Well, you'll be able to do anything you want.
So the self-service bill payment and such. You know, it's interesting. I was in the grocery store just yesterday, and I saw. I don't know if you guys have seen this, Christianicus. Does your wife do the shopping, or do you go to the grocery store yourself?
Yeah, my wife.
She does it. Okay, so when's the last time you saw somebody actually write a check? I saw this woman that was probably dating Moses, actually writing a check, and she stopped the entire line. But I'll tell you what, I started to realize, and I thought about you guys, Oren, because I said suddenly, you know, these debit cards have taken over. It's almost like you lose credibility when you're having to sit there and write a check because it's like having an 8-track tape deck in your car. You guys are just following the next wave of technology and bill paying, correct?
Correct. The numbers of prepaid clients and Americans right now, it's up to 17 million people in the U.S. who reportedly don't have bank accounts and are only running on prepaid debit cards, prepaid Visas, MasterCards, and cash. So it's a growing trend. At some point, I believe it was about 4 years ago, debit cards surpassed actually credit cards in spending, and now debit cards are approaching. People are using debit cards more than they're using cash, and I think that we hit that mark last November. Talk to us about some of the services you guys provide. Once again, by the way, if you want more information, I'm already getting emails from listeners and viewers. It's Cyber Kiosk Solutions is the name of the company, but the website is cyber-thingy.com, and click on the domestic side of the website. You'll be able to see what we're showing our TV audience there, and for our television audience, you can see the website up on the screen there. For our radio audience, so it's pretty simple, and I'll put it out on Twitter for you. So if you follow me if you're one of the 21,000 that follow us on Twitter, you'll be able to think. And by the way, Curtis, it's cyberthingy.com, not cyberthing.com. So let's correct that on the screen. So let's talk about some of the services you guys do. So we're set up we have the largest vendor list in the U.S. and on a global level to pay any type of bill directly from a machine. You can pay any utility bill, you can pay a phone bill, you can pay your rent, your mortgage, your car bill, your credit card bill. If you just need to pay for a bill for any ancillary things, you can. But
the other thing I'm seeing on here, Oren, is you guys also have a GPS store locator on there. So if let's say I'm in there and I'm paying I'm loading up my prepaid debit card or something, or I'm loading up my cell phone activation, or I'm doing, any one of these, looks like 5 million things you guys can do on this cyber thingy, which is now I know why you call it a cyber thingy. But you have a GPS store locator on there. You guys have digital lottery on there. You have you have gift card purchasing. This really is turning into kind of a turnkey operation. When you go to the grocery stores now, you can also buy those gift cards that we give away in the program, like for Outback Steakhouse and for Starbucks. This could be physically in every grocery store in the country if you guys can get some traction. Is that right?
That's correct. We're currently looking at doing a launch over the next 3 years. There are about 20,000 locations in the U.S. We do offer more than 5,000 different services, and there is a lot of local presence on our machines, depending on where you are. Whether you want specials in your area, whether you want, like you were saying, gift cards. Gift cards is a huge market right now, and what hasn't been out on the market is the gift cards are not giving any true benefits to customers. So what we've done is we've tag teamed not only with the largest gift card providers in the country, but we've gone directly to the restaurant chains and the big boxes, as you were saying, and said to them, listen, if someone's going to buy a $50 card, what can you do to entice the customer to do it a little better?
Wait a second. Stay right there, Oren. I want to talk about that. Because suddenly, not only am I buying the gift card, but now they're getting better service for that. The name of the company, Cyber Solutions, stock symbol CYBK, and their website, of course, cyber-thingy.com. More with Oren Manelis, the Chief Operating Officer. I'm Sully. It's the Big Biz Show, bigbizshow.com. Stand by. In the meanwhile, though, I got Oren Manelis. He's the Chief Operating Officer of Cyber Solutions. So when we went to a break, Oren, you were talking about the fact that you've got so many of these services that are available, and just once again to I guess revisit what you folks do. You guys are really it is a kiosk that is an electronic kiosk, looks sort of like a little robot or an ATM. That is really internet-based and multifunctional. Multifunctional to the point where it's not just about bill paying or about getting money out. It's really about everything. It's about the lottery. It's about reloading your cell phone. It's about reloading your debit card. It's about buying gift cards. It's about activating cell phones. It's about there's a GPS store locator. I know I'm missing about 4,000 other services, but let's talk specifically about the gift card. You know, the gift card giving, it represents 52% of giving in birthdays and Christmas every year. You guys are onto something here because you're not just selling gift cards, you're taking it one step further. Let's pick up where you left off, Warren.
So the gift carding, you could purchase in a couple of different ways. You could purchase it as a hard card like everyone's used to. Mm-hmm. You could just print a little receipt with a little code that you get, which are electronic gift cards, which you punch into the website of the gift card company that you purchased.
Sure.
Or we have a system now where you could just email that gift card worldwide to friends and family anywhere you want. So you can go in to a store, your convenience store, or your supermarket, and go ahead and say, I want to buy my mother and the other side of the world a $50 gift card. You can go ahead and buy it, put her email in, it sends her that number. She can then go into any store that she went on her side of the world, go to any store that she wants to as part of our program, and redeem her $50 card, and then go shopping.
You know, the interesting part about that is it's you know, I bring up a name that probably no one has even thought of, I'm going to say, in the last 5 years, and that's Western Union. Western Union was the only way to send money at one point, and now you've and I know you haven't even scratched the surface of what this thing can do. But as far as linking two people together, if you have 20,000 of these kiosks going across the country, it's going to be pretty easy for someone who, let's say, lives in Fort Lauderdale to connect with somebody that lives in San Diego, California. With respect to that, talk to me about your model with respect to the vendors. Okay, so you guys you have your fingers in a lot of pie here. You've got the digital lottery, you've got the debit card loading, you got the cell phone. How difficult it is to deal with all of those third parties and get them all on the same platform with the Cyber Thingy kiosk?
Well, it's been a couple of years in the development stage. We brought in 7 different companies and APIs and interfaced everything together to work on one platform. It's pretty complex, but we haven't necessarily reinvented the wheel. What we've done is brought in all the prepaid services and all the money transfer services and any other service that people are used to doing either on a daily basis or a weekly basis and put under one umbrella. And it's funny, I was going to mention this because you're connected to the Armed Forces channel and all that. We've got cards that work all around the world where if we gave out a Visa or a MasterCard, which we give out both, we could give them out in the Middle East. We can give them out in China and Russia and India and Vietnam.
And they can be used anywhere.
Central or South America. You can use them anywhere, and they're linked to another card back home. So if they're getting paid here, it's easy for them to transfer $100 or $300 to an international card and not get hit with all the cross-border fees and all the international fees that they would get if you use your regular Visa overseas. Here, we're just transferring funds in a matter of 5 seconds, and those people can use those funds on the other end.
The stock symbol here is CYBK. Part of our small caps are people, too. Cyber-thingy.com is their website. And, of course, Cyber Solutions is the name of the company. Oren Manelis is the Chief Operating Officer. You brought it up, so I want to talk about that. International. This is a natural for international. And on your website, there's even an option for us to go to domestic and international. What's leading for you guys as far as your business model goes now? Are you working on the U.S. first and then going international? Or is it sort of all the same thing at the same time?
Well, we're launching in the U.S. first on a much larger scale. On the international platform, we're doing Central and South America launches by the end of the year. And we are offering digital lotteries in Central and South America. We're offering sports booking in Central and South America. We're offering prepaid services that they have never had. Central and South America, they're still third world countries, and they still function that way. So paying your bills is very difficult. There aren't standard banking practices to go ahead and through your banking website pay your 10 or 15 bills.
No, you're right.
Run around from place to
No,
place.
you're right. Yeah, listen, what you've done is you've saved time and money. Listen, we're going to follow you guys, and I'm going to have you on here every week for the next 12 weeks or so. I want to get you to come to San Diego so folks can see you. But one last question for today. I got to believe that digital advertising's got to be part of your model. If people are standing there, there's going to be ads that they can see. That's part of your revenue model, correct?
That's correct. Part of our revenue model. We also have digital couponing in there. And you're asking about revenue for the vendors and for the merchants themselves, like the locations.
Sure.
Supermarkets, convenience stores, we're putting this in airports. We're going to be putting this in universities across the U.S.
Yeah.
Every place.
Well, that's the natural, isn't it, for the universities,
Yep.
for the students that don't have established anything? I mean, that's the one-stop place. I'd love to send my kid over there and load some money, and then they get their money that way, right?
That's right. That's right. Very simple.
Good stuff.
So we're going to be dropping in those locations, which is a perfect fit for these type of areas.
I like
and
that.
those locations benefit off of every single transaction and every single ad that we put up there. They are part of a revenue stream partnership. So anywhere we drop a machine, that location will make some money.
His name is Oren Manelis. He's the Chief Operating Officer of Kiosk Solutions. Their stock symbol CYBK. C as in Charlie, Y as in Yankee, B as in Bravo, K as in Kitten, CYBK. I'm already getting emails here asking about that. And of course their website, cyber-thingy.com, cyber-thingy.com. Thank you, Oren. We'll see you next week.